You fool! You've stepped right into my trap. Now I will subject you to streams. Oh yes. Let me get this preparer. Oh, yeah, the controller's doing the thing again. Every time. Give it a minute. Okie dokie. That's the one. But that it's not set up. There it is. That was weird. We back. Doing it again. Probably would help if I hit this button too, so that the desktop audio is actually being streamed. I've streamed before. I only know vaguely what you're talking about, Razor, because I remember seeing things posted here before. It's not a series that I've actually watched before. Say something funny. No, I don't think I will. No, thank you, sir.
Wow, the village really was hidden by reflected white. Come on, let's buy some nitramite.
That wasn't funny at all. What do you mean? Dag, I'm not just playing as the gremlin. Give me a moment, I can show you exactly what's going on here. Also, I didn't play as Charlotte before. I played as... The main characters I used before were Angela and Hawk. So I have, basically I haven't done the third series. This is, Trials of Mana. Now, if I can find one of my friends, I can show you what's going on and what makes this run different from usual, but I have to figure out where they're hanging out, because your allies are around town, and you can talk to them, but I have to figure out where the hell they've gone. Oh, right, they're in the... Wait, no, I'm thinking of a different part of the game. Fucking bye. Well, this is the armor shop, but there might be... Duran might be in the weapon shop. That would make sense.
Ooh, exciting. Good work.
More gear.
Come again.
Oof. Oof, Lewis. Oh, here we go. Angela. Hi, Angela. Yeah. You know, Angela. Rain's around somewhere, too. Oh, right. The weapon shop is probably where he's hanging out. Ah, yeah. Here we go. Charlotte. How's it going, Charlotte?
Welcome. All these wares are good picks.
Oh. Wait, is it not?
Ooh, exciting.
Just wasn't looking in the right place is all.
Good work. Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, so normally when you buy things for a character, they're the one who comments on it. But, you know.
Come again.
Nitromite, though.
Yeah,
Need it for a
watch the
cannon.
shopkeeper done got a job to do. The tunnel's a mess further in. Ooh-wee, let me tell you.
Alright, go on, tell me.
There's a lot of monsters, so you should buy some items first. I am minding the shop.
Yeah, but this game... This game gives you so many items.
Welcome.
That is a tempting basket full of garlic, but this game throws so many items at you that you never really need to purchase anything. And you constantly will be over the maximum limit that you carry into combat.
Looking for what, huh? Well, it's further down the tunnel. Give me a sec. I'll make a path for you. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I was gonna ask if he had any teeth. Just an exploding pickaxe, nothing, you know, it's fine.
Hey,
Fine.
I gotta
Good.
wait for adventures, Well, be seeing you.
Well, he comments... Oh, the consistency. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he comments on the quality of the sausages when they're, not really shitty garbage sausages. But yeah, the ravioli one from today was, you could tell the moment that he touched it with the tongs that it was just goo inside.
I'm on the job. I'm on the job. I'm on the job. I'm on the job. I'm on the job.
I'm on the job.
Let's take it out before it does more damage.
How's that? Can't you tell?
Wicked.
We are getting stronger.
I guess one of the major things of them throwing items at you compared to the original, though, is,
Leave it to me.
like, anytime that you see me pick up anything in the area, like a chest, or, item from, like, that shining item right there,
Just getting started.
did not exist in the original game. That wasn't a thing. You couldn't pick up items off the ground, ever, because there were no items on the ground, ever. Couldn't, the only way to get items were from shops, and, enemies dropped them. That was it. Limit break, nice. Oh, right. Regular limit break isn't that good. Still, better than nothing.
This'll be faster if we fight together.
Probably.
You wish.
Next.
Of course you won.
Okay, yeah, it's blocked off. Gotta go through here. Hello.
Yeah, I'm what? Who's asking? Oh, you want nitromite? I got some here. It'll cost you, though, 5,000 lucre.
That's some money that I don't have.
Not an easy mark, huh?
Oh, 3,000?
Fine. I can give you a discount.
Easy.
How's 3,000 lucre sound?
All my characters look the same. What are you talking about?
You ain't got enough money. Guess they're...
Wait, no.
It's obvious. Look, here in the middle we have Charlotte, and then on the left we have Charlotte but with a sword, and then on the right we have Charlotte but with a staff. 3 completely different characters.
Oh, wait, I ain't got time to chat. I'm looking for Gnome, our patron elemental. He ain't nowhere to be found. There's just been so many dang quakes and rumbles down here. I came to check on Gnome, but he was gone. What a mess. No time to waste. I'll be deeper in the caves looking for Gnome.
Wait! He's gone!
What are you looking at?
Oh, come on! We need to buy that fuel! We have to try and bargain with Watts! Don't let him get away! Besides, I'm still a little worried that Gnome is missing. I have a bad feeling that I just can't shake.
Aw, it's just getting started.
This one is so annoying!
Take this!
Too bad!
Should be using my class strike more.
I don't have time for this. Stop. Come and get me. Too bad.
Somebody else used theirs at the same time.
Let's go. We gotta get that nitromite from him.
Nitromite. Down below. Oh, there's an item, but I'll grab the chest.
All right, I'll clear your way. Leave it to me. Next.
Oh, there's just down there
Barely
too.
broke a sweat.
I don't think any of this stuff really matters, but... Oh, right, that's actually a really good item. I forgot that was a thing. Let me go here. High bracer whoa, wait. Oh, right, it's... not everybody can equip those. I'm thinking of a different item that doesn't come up until you have to go back through areas. The ones that give you, like, 50% resistance to an element, which is definitely not something you get this early. That's... those accessories are much later.
It's over.
It is not over, actually.
Next. Too easy.
Okay, I need to jump from up there again. Oh, respawns. There we go. Oh, they came back fast.
Careful! It's the enemy!
Next. Take this.
And with that, peace has returned. I don't have time for this.
Oh.
Stop! This one's a doozy. Too bad!
Nice.
Take
Too
this.
bad! Oh, good. We don't have to
Very
be on
nice.
guard for now.
Daytime.
All right, I'll clear your way. Leave it to me.
You wish. Let's hurry along.
Hey, cactus. Wasn't really paying attention to chat, but I guess it's just as well.
I know what to do.
Oh no! That did a little bit of damage. That was late. At least for sleep, Twinkle Rain is not particularly useful.
Oh, good. We don't have to be on guard for now.
Ow. Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Healing.
I can't. Yeah, that hall. Yeah. Oops. Angela, please. Please don't die.
Is this it? No.
Ooh, that was close.
Good job.
This is awful. There we go.
Too bad. All done.
Oof. Save point right over here, though.
I'm on the job. I know what to do.
Take this. Take this. Bring 'em on. I can handle anything.
Except for a hallway. Cannot quite handle that. I'll just keep pushing my luck, I guess. Yeah, because these aren't great for this stage of the game. At least luck will increase my crit chance.
Come and get me. Don't worry. I've got this.
Oh no! I can't get out of this corner. There we go.
It's over. Such power. What can I...
She doesn't really get anything in the way of spells for a while. In fact, she already has both of the spells she'll be getting for a
Clear
while.
your way. Leave it to me. time to celebrate. Let's get moving.
Oops. Yeah. Is there actually anything down here? Oh.
I don't have time for this. Stop. Holy fuck! Holy fuck! You wish. And with that,
Kind of a waste.
has returned.
All right, I'll clear your way. Leave it to me. Take this.
Strength is flowing through me.
There we go. Yeah, I think I should just push in, probably, unless I want to get to Cyclone before I can use Cyclone. That would... I mean, there's not really anything that I would need Cyclone for that I can't just use Diamond Shards or Holy Bolt on, though. So I guess there's not really much reason to care about getting Cyclone until after you get the class change, which is about when you get Cyclone anyway, and at that point I can just go redistribute my points whenever I feel like it, so that I can actually get more useful abilities. Reclaim's really good, but I don't really need to worry about doing that. I'm gonna keep that said. Honestly, I should just push strength on everybody so that they deal damage, because you can only cast a couple of spells. Realistically, getting the stats for like Diamond Shards and then otherwise mostly just pushing for strength seems like a better option
Magical.
for starting classes. Because you'll probably use strength later anyway.
Careful.
It's for fire.
Holy fuck! All right.
Ow.
Barely broke a sweat.
Whoa. And heal up for the fight. Here we go.
Where'd this hole come from? Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh.
Ah! Did you hear that? I ain't gonna stick around. Later!
There it is.
What is that? A mole? No, stay away!
Alright. So, first and foremost, you hit him with one of these.
Go away!
Also, don't stand in there.
Careful! This thing's gearing up for something.
I'm on the job.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Stay focused.
Okay, yeah, she did it on her own. Gotcha.
This one's a doozy. Too bad. Why is it all agitated now? Oh,
Oh, because we slapped its ass.
too bad.
I think. Oh, I can't target its tail. Okay.
I'm on the
Okay,
job.
seriously. Get these going.
Too bad. This one's a doozy. Too bad. Oh, no.
Oh! Dang. Man, that took a while. Let's bring you back.
Did I fall? I'm on the job.
No, she's gone.
Too bad. Come and get me. Too bad. I'm on the job. I'm on the job. Owie. Watch it. This one's a doozy. Too bad. Oh no.
Don't die. Alright.
Take this.
I did it. Coffee. A level for everybody. Yay.
Woo! So that's the legendary subterranean monster Jewel Eater. Well, I'll be. Oh, the tunnel entrance you know as Stone Split Gap, we call Gem Valley. They say that Jewel Eater only surfaces in the valley once every 1,000 years. Oh, you all are lucky. The first gnome goes missing, and now Jewel Eater appears. What in tarnation is going on?
Sure is wild.
Well, my ears done started burning.
You're all right.
Well, of course I'm all right. See? There I was, just taking a nap, minding my own business, when Jewel Eater done come out of nowhere and dug a burrow straight through my bed. If I hadn't woken up, I'd have been that monster's lunch.
Dang.
Whew.
Ooh, that ain't nothing to laugh about.
Gnome? We need your help.
Oh, if it ain't Fairy! Been too long, sister!
With the power of the elementals, we can open the portal to the Sanctuary of Mana. Please?
Well, I ain't one to turn down a request from an upstanding lady like yourself. Leave it to me, miss.
Oh.
Well, I'll be. You guys are friends with the great and powerful gnome.
Ooh.
No,
Who?
I'm sorry for being so rude earlier.
Now that we have the power of Gnome,
Nitramite
we
on
can
the
have
house.
explosives
Don't
for
you
free.
worry about it. No charge.
Also, we can use Earth Magic, which only applies to one character, but, you know, we have that character, so it
I'll
matters.
send you right back to the entrance to
Which is also what makes
with
Angela so
magic
fucking
room.
painful in the early game, because she has no fucking spells.
You all take care now. Oh, give my regards to Gnome.
Ooh. Okay. All we gotta do now is head back to the cannon and shoot ourselves into the sky. Also, we've got training points for everybody, so I don't I guess that's not bad. What do you have? You don't actually heal that often, so I'll give you mighty over that probably. Or no, sturdy, yeah. That's a Charlotte only ability, anyway. And you can cap out on luck. Woo. Additional 5 points. Just means more crits. And I guess, yeah, we'll bump strength for Angela, because I don't care about getting Cyclone. We already have Diamond Shards. And more intellect would be nice. But at least getting that +5 will help her to deal damage. I think that's... We want those 2 points at least, and then I can probably put more into Int. So her spells do more damage.
Fine then. Here I go. Too bad.
The Holy Bolt, huh? But yeah. Eventually, she'll have the MP to be, throwing out more of that. Be good.
We got the fuel. So, let's head back to Von Voyage's place. Those Altana mages better watch their backs.
Also, it's important to get to make sure you have the stamina to get the Earth spell here.
The enemy.
You don't necessarily have to have it before you can learn the Earth spell, certainly, but basically I wanted to make sure that I had it before I went to the area with the wind element enemies, which is still a little bit off, I think, but it's good to have.
I know what to do. You win.
Really don't need that many holy bolts coming out, but you know, whatever. Charlotte, how the fuck do you keep getting yourself beat up?
Careful. This could get ugly.
I guess
All right.
Angela just isn't getting beat up because she's not going into melee. Because she still had MP.
Going. Don't worry. I've got this. Of course we won.
I wonder if it's ever worthwhile to take Duran's charge attack damage boosts. I feel like it wouldn't be, because the power attacks you get later are better. Duran has capped out luck. I can only put 6 points into a given skill right now. Or, stat, whatever. As for everyone else, I think Duran's the only one who really has any luck. Yeah. Mostly because other people's luck abilities aren't very good. Yet. That's not terrible. It's also not really good. Ambush can be good, but enemies sometimes just like to swap targets to you at any given time. Also, I'd say it probably matters more for Duran because, physical attacker, the more luck he has, the more often he'll crit. And it matters more for him when he does bigger damage at base. Not just because I pumped a bunch of points into strength, but because his weapons and his attack power growth are way better.
Are you going senile, old man? You told us to go get the nitromite for you.
No, he told you to go get the nitromite.
I didn't forget. I just couldn't remember. So, what's that nitromite for again? I'm kidding! I remember now! It's for my revamped cannon, right? Excellent! Excellent! Head to the backyard, and I'll meet you there.
Alright. Finally get the cannon.
Isn't she a beauty? This is the revolutionary, ultra-fabulous turbo cannon
Number 2.
Wind shear? Check. Targeting? Check. Locked onto Volsena? Ready?
Let's fucking go! Gonna fire 3 goblins out of a cannon. Hell yeah. There they go. Right on target.
Ow, ow, ow! It hurts! But I won't cry.
I do want to
Now we
know
gotta
if
get across
Kevin's
hole-ridden
What's with all the holes?
fall
There's
animation
gotta be
is
an
like
easier
it was in
way.
the original.
There's no other way to get to Volsena.
I know I mentioned this when I played this
When
before.
it rains, it pours. Right into these holes.
Right into the holes. I mentioned it when I was playing this before, but you couldn't see Kevin land because it only shows the main character landing. In the original, when Kevin lands from the cannon being fired, he lands on his feet. And then falls down. But everybody else lands flat on their face. I want to know if Kevin still does that, or if that's not a thing anymore.
I'm on the job.
Switch
I'm on the
to
job.
All right.
good character.
Leave it to me.
Did that miss? That missed all 3 of... What the fuck?
See that?
What a
I'm
joke.
gonna get your MP back real quick. Missed 2 Holy Bolts. What the fuck, man? Is Holy Bolt less expensive than...
I'm on the
fucking...
job.
Oops. No, they're the same. Just likes using Holy Bolt, I
I'm
guess.
on the job.
Get out of my way before I break you.
Holy fuck! How's that? Holy fuck!
She goes again.
I feel stronger.
More levels. Duran. What do we even put points in for you? Stamina? Like, things that would be useful prior to class change. Really, it's just stamina, I guess, at this point. Because he doesn't use... I mean, I don't actually know what Spirit does. Can I even check what individual stats do? Do I have a way to do that? No. I don't know if stats do similar things to how they worked in the original. Because in the original game, intelligence increased your defense to magic as well as your attack to your magic attack. But I don't know if that's how that works. And Spirit, I don't know if Spirit had any secondary effects. I know it boosted the power of light magic and healing, which I assume it probably does, because light magic and healing still are learned by increasing Spirit.
Come on! Let's help each other! Too bad! It's over! Such power! What can I say? I'm a natural.
I don't think I have any way of getting up there. What? Wait, there's a hole. There's holes, right? The holes around. Ah, right. That's a different place. Let's spend that point. More strength. Get you buff.
We can take this enemy in no time. Come and get me.
Nice. A triple.
Oh, good. We don't have to be on guard for now.
Ah, okay, yeah, it's just telling me that these exist. That's what that's for. Well, I guess that's also the way forward, but...
Careful! It's the enemy! Strength is flowing through me.
And of course we go the wrong way first. It's magical.
Come on!
And speaking of magic, ooh, 100 damage. Another very unnecessary magic spell. Did you just... Fucking hell, Angela. Cast a holy bolt at the wall after the enemies were dead. And it is... Look, man. Luck just doesn't give you very good things. There's not much point in putting points into it. I'm sorry. After class changes, though, some people get a lot of good shit out of luck, so we'll see where we put things after that. Wouter. Let's see.
We can take this enemy in no time.
Barely broke a sweat.
We can take this enemy in no time. Too bad. How's that?
Also gonna depend heavily on what classes we take for people as to whether any given stat is, whichever stat is important. Angela always uses int, but that's like saying Duran always uses strength. Like, if you didn't pump as many points into int on Angela as possible, then you're just not doing it right. Similarly, Duran without as much strength as humanly possible is totally shit. Because it's basically the only stat he needs for anything.
Leave it to me, Wookiees.
Wookiees. It's unfortunate that it doesn't change the battle dialogue also to Charlotte's.
It's the enemy.
Take this!
But what are you gonna do? What are you...
Barely broke a sweat.
You know, I don't think I really watched the AI-controlled partners that often when I played this before. I don't remember anybody running into the wall and just jumping constantly, but I don't know, maybe they were. I just remember remarking that they were surprisingly decent at dodging things sometimes. And other times would just run headlong into damage zones and then try to roll out of them when they got back into them. That makes sense. Like, I understand why they do that.
It's over.
Running and jumping up at a wall doesn't make sense. That's just confusing.
Can't fight properly in this cramped cavern.
Get out of my way before I break you.
Dang. Oh, well, I got the Batmo at least. Looks like the second hit that one.
Can't you tell? We are getting stronger.
Use some of these items too. Let's go down. Well, this one doesn't. Oh, no, that's one of those two, right? Go down this way first. Do those all lead to the right place? They might, actually. That's where I was. It looks like... Oh no, there's that one there. That's on its own. Treasure chest.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Chance that it's an accessory, rather than just a use item.
Hey, watch it.
Consumable. Ow! Donka. I'm gonna hop back in this hole. Yeah, so it should be that one there.
Get out of my way before I break
Yeah.
You around.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, it'll be this. Wait. It's there? Huh? Maybe it's... Okay, it looks like it can only be reached from somewhere else. Because none of these are taking me over there. Where did this one let me out? Down here where that's just like right up there? Okay, yeah.
Let's take it out before it does more damage.
Come and get me. Too bad.
Next.
And with that, peace has returned.
All right, clear your way. Lead to me.
Too bad. Too bad.
Too bad.
And with that, peace has returned. I don't have time for this. Owie.
Take this.
I mentioned Duran's charge attack boosts. I know he gets charge attack boosts, like under strength, that boost the damage of this move. Which is cool and all, except that there's no reason why you wouldn't use these moves instead all the time. especially because the class upgrades give you additional combos, which are, like, objectively better than your normal attacks. There's no reason why you would ever do a charge attack when you have access to, like, the final combo that you get access to, unless the damage boost's absolutely massive. I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, I know it's sizable, but I don't think it's as big as doing that whole combo. I suppose it has the advantage of it being only one item, but it still takes a while to use. You still have to charge it. There might be... I think there's an upgrade that lets you charge attacks faster, though. Yeah. Oh shit, everybody's dead. It's just like that one time when we were here and everyone was dead.
Hang in there.
Oh, he's fine. Okay.
Altaina mages attacked. His Majesty is in danger.
What?
Not His Majesty.
The party finally made it to the kingdom of Altaina, only to find it in shambles from the attacking Altainish forces.
How can marshals ever keep
Well
up?
done. Release the magical creatures into the castle and fall back for now.
Yes, sir. Oh no. This is definitely becoming a battlefield. But the king is in danger. There's no time to cry. It's not just Valsanian soldiers. There are mages from Altaina here too.
No. That Crimson Wizard is tearing this kingdom to pieces.
And it's all Duran's fault. Remember how he didn't beat the Crimson Wizard last time? It's happening
Wizard is tearing this
again.
kingdom to pieces. We have to defeat him
Oh, right, yeah.
before there's more slaughter.
You're right. We have to
Oh,
find
but first,
Hero
let's
King now.
switch to
Be
the guy who
careful.
does damage.
This
Oh,
one
cool.
will do the
Diamond
trick.
shards. There it was.
Too bad.
It's really not any different from the other spell. As far as I know, they'll have basic... Well, okay, if Holy Bolt scales off of, Seems Diamond Shards is actually multi-hit. I was gonna say, if Holy Bolt scales off of Spirit, then it wouldn't be based off of, like...
Take it out. Before it does more
I think it's just Magic Attack, though, because, not that Magic Attack wasn't already a stat, but, I don't know, it functioned differently.
get enough of this stuff.
More stamina for more HP. 10 HP is not a lot, but, you know, it's fine, I guess.
Come on. Let's help each other. But Altaina wouldn't... My mother wouldn't do this.
Yes, you would.
All right, we'll clear your way.
Remember that time when your mom said she was going to sacrifice you for the sake of the kingdom so they could have, deadly magic power?
You missed.
Seems to me that someone who is willing to sacrifice their child for the sake of, having the power to kill other people would maybe also be willing to invade another kingdom to take their magic power. Just my opinion, you know.
Careful. It's the enemy.
Next.
I'm just getting started.
There we go. And it. Now we have to figure out where the hell else we're putting your points. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually rather useful for you. I really should... I mean, mostly I'm not worried about what they have early game, but... anything that gives you your MP back is good. So that you can keep on hitting shit. Even though a lot of the time you just don't kill things. That's... yeah, that's up above. Yeah, MP recharge is super important, at least, like... you get a lot more later on. At the end game, you can have so much MP regen stuff that she basically never stops casting spells. Because anytime that she hits something, she gets magic back.
Take it out before it does more damage.
Anytime she kills something, she gets magic back. Anytime you finish a combat, she gets magic back. She gets MP when you start combat, just... fucking bullshit. No, turning characters into other characters is a mod thing. Somebody, in their infinite wisdom, decided that being able to change all of your characters into Charlotte was a good idea. And I decided that person was a goddamn genius. There is another mod that does something similar, though it goes about it in a completely different way. By allowing you to change out any party member for any other party member at any given point of the game. Including making all of your characters the same character. The problem with this is it runs off of the way that the game changes your characters to begin with. Essentially, the game already keeps track of all the characters, so even though I'm using Angela, Duran, and Charlotte, Kevin, Hawkeye, and Lise are all also being tracked. Their levels and stats already also exist, they're just all stuck at level 1, because I'm not using them. If I were doing New Game Plus, these characters would retain whatever levels they had at the end of the game, and any characters that I used new would of course start at level 1. But if I chose to, say, take Duran, you end the game around like level 60, 70, so he'd be there. So the game is always keeping track of all 6 characters. What that mod allows you to do is I could pick Duran out of my party and replace him with Hawkeye, for instance. I would have a level 1 Hawkeye, and Duran at level 14 would be benched, until I decided to pull him back in somebody else's slot. What you can do with that is take all 3 slots and make them all the same character if you felt like it. The downside to that is they still share, like they advance in their classes all exactly the same, and all of their stats are identical to the degree that they share HP and MP bars. So if I were to use that mod to switch all of my characters to Charlotte, yeah, you don't get triple XP, you get normal EXP. And your characters all share 1 HP and MP total. They share the special meter. You basically have one character running around in 3 bodies, so anytime your AIs take damage, you would take damage, and you would have to be constantly healing yourself. You could, however, have 3 Kevins that all dish out insane levels of damage individually, hitting all at the same time, since Kevin on his own can beat the entire game from start to finish without any help.
I'm on the job.
So, you know, that's a thing. I wanted to use that mod with Charlotte because what it also does is it counts your other 2 party slots for cutscenes as being those other characters. Which means that Charlotte would be interacting with Charlotte and Charlotte in every cutscene. But unfortunately, it would be a huge pain in the ass to have a party of 3 clerics. It would maybe be doable on New Game Plus, and I would, like, if it weren't for the, if it weren't for sharing stats, I would be fine with it, because I would absolutely be totally fine with having 3 Charlottes just being kind of trash for the beginning of the game, so that I could eventually have 3 Charlottes with 3 different classes doing 3 different things, but unfortunately that's not the way it works. There's like 2 particular bosses that would absolutely tear me to pieces if I didn't, like, remove the other 2 characters from my party for those fights. Since, yeah, the Wall and the Bill and Ben fights are both just fuck, man. Get fucked! Go. Ooh. 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 Get him.
This one's a doozy. Too bad. I'm on the job. I'm on the job. Doing right.
Done.
Let's hurry along.
I don't know what that game is that Dag just posted, but probably what Rex said.
Behold, even the Hero King is
Not
powerless
ring
when
magic.
paralyzed by magic.
You must be the Crimson Wizard of Altena. Tell me, why would Valda, the true queen, mount this cowardly attack?
Well, she seeks to control the Mana Stones and thought it best to destroy
I don't really see why it should be a
before
secret that he knows her.
retaliation. Her Majesty is not troubled by past alliances.
A pity.
That is all you wish to ask? So be it. Take this!
I didn't realize you have like a fang going on there. Ah, you almost had him that time.
You again. This interference will not be forgotten. Until the next time.
Wait! No! Not again. Stay here and fight, you coward! You won't get away, Crimson Wizard. Not again.
Yeah, only twice. It won't happen a third time.
Your Majesty! You're safe.
Duran? Have you returned?
No, Charlotte
Your
has.
Majesty, you know my mother?
You mean you are the daughter of Valda, the true queen?
Yes, though she attempted to take my life.
To think that Valda had a daughter all along.
What do you mean?
Forgive me. I meant no insult.
You can't just say something like that and expect me not to have questions. Tell me.
Hey, you can't talk to the king like that. Take it back.
Be still, I am not offended. My apologies, Princess. You may one day learn the truth, but now is not the time. I am, however, worried about Valda. She is a kind soul. I cannot imagine her deciding to throw her daughter's life away. Oh!
Your Majesty, we are searching for the elementals that reside near the Mana Stones of the world. Please, tell us where to find this Kingdom Stone.
Yeah, just tell me
Fairy,
where to find them.
I see. Then you are all traveling under Fairy's guidance.
I believe there's a mod to replace
I have met
Charlotte
one of
with
your
the
kind.
fairy.
When I stood against the Dragon Lord. In truth, I was
But not one
chosen
to replace
by
the
that
fairy with Charlotte, unfortunately.
What?
Sadly, that
There's,
fairy was cut down at the hands of the dragon.
There's a mod that replaces,
I
like,
was spared.
most of the NPCs in the game with Reese.
If fairies have come to our realm again, this bodes ill for the world. 8 mana stones exist in the world. The powers of earth, water, fire, wind, light, darkness, the moon, and wood originate from these stones.
Moon
You will find
magic.
the elemental spirits of each stone living nearby.
We have already located the elementals of light and earth, Lumina and Gnome.
Wood's a classical element.
How you doing?
6 remain. You must travel to Paloport by boat from Byzer. From there, you can reach Laurent's Mana Stone. It is the Wind Stone.
Thank you, Your Majesty. We will find the stones.
You know, some of the name
Silver
changes
twin
I
powers
understand,
in order to find the remaining
but,
stones. Return once you have found him. Safe travels to you all.
yeah, okay. I remember they call it Paloport, but the fan translation just called it Port Palo, which I feel just makes more sense. Also, Byzer is a good place to be for things. It won't matter for quite a while, but it's where we have to go to reallocate our stat points later after we class up. And have reason to reallocate all of our stat points on basically everyone, except for maybe Duran. I don't know. Wow, Camden. I mean, it's not like there aren't any places named something Port, just... I feel like Port Palo made more sense, and is probably closer to the original wording than Paloport.
Voyage? Oh, you mean my older brother. I'm Von Jur.
Totally different guy.
I know you want to get back to Maya, but hang on. I'm still setting up my brother's invention.
Okay. That said, I went on for a while about how the fan translation seems to do a much better job in a lot of places for naming things. A lot of, I mean, things like Valsena and Junk being slightly different, that's more an issue of, like, Japanese L's and R's and Junk. That's whatever. But, there's a number of other things. The Benevodons I know are like a long-running thing at this point. They were in the first and second games, in the translations anyway. Though the translation, the fan translation called them God Beasts, which I don't know how accurate that is to the original Japanese name, but I will say it sounds infinitely better than whatever the fuck they were going for with Benevodons. Like, it's fuck kind of friendly dinosaur ass. Giant horrible monsters. And then, of course, you can't call them Malevodons, because I don't know why they didn't call them that in the first place if they were going to go with something like that. But in 2, they were called, same. In 2, they had fusions of 2 Benevodons at once, which were called Malevodons. Because, whatever, man. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, fairy. Sounds about right, Dag. That's like the only people who would still be playing TF2 at this point are going to be just the most dedicated autists available. Children, because it's a free game, and lots of bots. I didn't even pay attention to what that was. What was that that I didn't pay attention to? Banish? Oh. Not bad, it's not good. Not great, not terrible. Just kind of there. Status ailments aren't like a massive issue in this game, so I'm not really overly worried about reducing their time limit. Especially because I have a buttload of items and spells that remove them, so it's never really a major issue. Again, this version of the game gives you a zillion fucking items that you do not need. Speaking of, I should try to use all the extra miscellaneous items I have. Not, you know, these hand axes and darts and coins. Don't I have other junk too? What else do I have? Oh, nothing. Okay. Oh yeah, see, there's a whole bunch of these that I have that I can swap out with some of my junk. Like, that, I guess. These ones are... Okay, that could actually be really useful for one of the fights coming up not too long from now. And I'm just gonna say fuck this cookie, because I'm not gonna use it. Magic attack and magic defense, why the fuck not? Well, I'm never gonna use this. Got both of those on. That's about it. I mean, I have this, but I can't, use that. Also, I need to go to the inn, which is where I'm going anyway. So that I can plant them seeds. What could it be? Herb? More dream reads. I don't remember what Drake's skill. Oh, Drake's skill's an like an attack up. Ooh, cool. I don't. Oh, that increases the amount of money you get, right? I think. Woo! Higher class items. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Night market is the place that we need to go for that stuff. For the class change. Or not class change. You can pay to have your stats reset in the night market. It costs more each time you do it, but it's... You get so much money in this game after a while that it's just not really a problem. Alright, there we go. Also, incidentally, as another callback to the original on SNES, the like quest marker stars on your mini-map didn't exist, so you still had to talk to like a whole bunch of people in the middle of town for times like this and like tons of other situations. but had no way of knowing which NPCs in town you would need to talk to at any given point. You might have talked to them the first time you came into town, and they had nothing important to say. But now that you've done an event, you'll have to go talk to them again so that they can say something that might be relevant, but will be a trigger that allows you to continue.
I'm Von Jour, younger brother of Von Voyage, and he told me all about you. He even gave me this cannon to help out with your little adventures.
How did he tell you? Did he, like,
Hop in.
cannon
I'll
a
send you
letter?
back to my brother's place in Maya. Oh, no, don't worry. I'm a much better shot than he is.
Good, because if you missed, there's a good chance we'd end up in the ocean, with Maya being right on the coast. One of those Charlottes was stuck in the wall. Whoa. Some weirdness with the hair clipping through itself there. Kinda does that anyway, huh? Don't look too closely at anything. Could be true, Swiper. Who knows?
I'm on the job. Careful!
Oops.
It's the enemy. I'm
Let
on
me
the
switch
job.
characters. There we go.
Take this.
Not the X.
Let's hurry along. Come on! Let's help each other. Oh, you wish. All right.
Nope, she did use it. I was wondering why she wasn't spamming magic constantly. Thought it might be because the enemies were weak enough that she didn't think she needed it. I don't feel like the AI is quite that sophisticated.
This one is so
Next.
diamond sharp.
Yeah.
Right. Can't you tell? We are
Is that pointing me? Oh, no, that's pointing me down that way. Okay.
getting stronger.
Stronger.
Be careful.
Oh
This could
no, Zambonius. Not the poison. That deals a really small amount of damage that doesn't matter. I mean, more than anything, poison just makes Charlotte waste MP on Twinkle Rain.
I don't have time for this. How's that?
I can do 100 damage.
Let's get moving.
Wait, that's not the right way. I need to go further up this way. Right? Yes. Okay. By the save point is when it forks.
We can take
Next. Take this.
Other than
Taking
the
out all the enemies nearby.
one area where night and day kind of matter for navigation, there's not really a reason to care about night and day in this game. Like, okay, zombies come out at night, and otherwise, yeah, there's differences in what enemies spawn in some areas for night and day. But that's about it.
Can't you tell?
Unless you're playing with, you know, Kevin, who is stronger at night, and there's never a reason to play during the day. So you should always make it nighttime 100% of the time. Good job targeting the enemy that was basically already dead. And, you know, missing because it died by the time that it cast the spell. Yeah, that's the thing.
We should be able to board a ship to Apollo here. Let's go to the docks.
There's at least 3 merchants. Maybe more. Oh no!
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Or new armor. Also, I have enough money to buy Nitromite now. You know, if that was a thing that mattered. I'm sure it took a lot longer to get up to 5k. In the original, like that was a much larger sum compared to how it is now. It's still, I mean, technically possible for you to get it, but not likely.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Ooh, exciting.
Oh, good choice.
Good work.
Oh, good choice.
Ooh, exciting.
Now we've used most of our money.
Come again.
Am I getting new gear here soon? I might be. Also, can I... Yeah, I can... Oh, she shouldn't be pointing at weakened enemies. Yeah, no. Target the farthest enemy first, please. Yeah, no, she shouldn't be set on weakest enemy. That's terrible. Because that means that she'll cast spells on enemies that are already weakened, which will cause her to waste MP by hitting you know, casting the spells as the enemy dies. It's been an issue so far. Why they would have that set as her default, I have no idea. Considering Angela's main use throughout the game is to clear mobs. Even more so in the original when the magic counter system was a thing. As far as I know, it's gone in this. At least mostly gone, because I didn't get my ass kicked when I played through this using Angela primarily. Oh, okay. I'll just go take a walk and then come back. Hello. Gotta wait until dark. The night market isn't open during the day. It's like the black market, only it's only open at night. And also, some of I mean it is illegal. Some of the things there are probably illegal. I assume slaves are probably not supposed to be openly bought and sold. I could be wrong. They don't really talk much about, like...
Supernatural?
Oh.
Oh, only babies believe in that, hooey.
Yeah. The supernatural surely isn't real if you ignore all of the zombies that I was fighting and the elementals that we've been recruiting and the magic that we've been doing. Surely ghosts must not exist. That's That's silly.
Coming aboard?
Hello, port. Wow. Yeah. What's Wawant in general?
If there's anything you need, better buy it in Palo.
Angela? No? Okay. What do you think Wawant's like, Stweem? Please, I wanna know. I can skip this. Why am I not skipping this? Anyway, here we are. Palo, known for being invaded by ninjas. We've never seen these guys before, so...
Palo Port is now a territory under the control of the Navarro Nation. Move along.
Yeah, okay.
Palo is in a terrible state. We should ask around town and find out more. There could be a lead on one of the mana stones after all.
Oh, double flail. Nice. This is another one of those, you have to talk to specific people before you leave things, where you have no way of knowing which people you're supposed to talk to in the original. So it's just, you know, go talk to everybody. Oh, hey, it's Charlotte.
Survivors in the mountains. Meadow.
Just normal volume.
Hey! You gonna take my order or not?
Sorry for the wait. May I help you?
Tib Frau Trush Toad. Hello. Oh, I guess you can't help me. For I am a child. A mere child, a child of a mere 15 years. I know nothing of drink. Hello. I shouldn't be able to buy new gear at you, right? No, okay, good.
Come again.
I would be slightly miffed were I to purchase weapons and armor in one place and then immediately go to another town with no events in between and have new equipment shoved in my face. There might be helmets though. That is sometimes a thing. Have you a hat? No.
Come again.
Probably the next place I buy armor, which would be not for a bit. Well, okay, after the next like zone, it would be. I believe. Here he is. Ord. Oh. Gust Hall. Wait, did I... Was I told to even go to Gust Hall? Did the king mention that? I should probably pay attention to things like that, but you know, it's hard.
Welcome.
Full rest? Why the... How much did that cost me? I see that here. Mostly wanted to get Angel's MP back. I think there's probably a save statue not that far into this area. Well, it's probably closer to the end of the area. They usually are. These areas be very, very different. So, you know. Something. Oh, that reminds me. The music. I had forgotten the last time, and I guess I forgot this time too. Because I had remembered, you know, during the weekend, while I was working, that, there's a thing that I forgot. Because this is actually the original BGM. And this is the remake. I feel like we can listen to the remake's version now. Both are good. Both are very good. Some songs I think the original did well, but did better rather. But in general, I think the remake did a good job of redoing these songs.
Let's go to the meadow in the mountains.
Wets?
It might be dangerous.
Where do
but
wets go?
We don't have any other options.
Why do wet things go there?
Go. Just don't do anything stupid.
Next.
Really unnecessary. I do see...
I'm going to fall.
I see the big yellow damage. Thank you, Angela, but...
We can take this enemy in no time.
Pretty unnecessary, gotta say.
How's that? Let's hurry along.
Just kind of wish she wouldn't immediately use all of her MP in the first fight. Or, you know, all the MP I'm allowing her to, which is half of it. And if I lowered it to a quarter, I mean, she'd still use a quarter of it, so it's not really that much better.
Come on! Let's help each other! Too bad!
Oh, right, I forgot that he does that.
Come and get me! Too bad! How's that?
Nice.
A triumph!
Close to a level. Is it 16 or 18 for a class up? Either way, I'm not that far off, and I'm very close to the first place you can get. The first place that you have access to the shit to class up.
That's the spirit. All right, I'll clear your way. Leave it to me.
It's over!
Expecting a diamond shards here. There it is.
Next.
Didn't kill anything with it. Because it's... There we go. Oh, it does like half their health. Okay.
I can't get enough of this tower.
Alrighty. Oh, that's, yeah, this guy. Stamina. Probably gonna want,
Be careful! This could get
other stuff. Doing a spin. Oh, dang, I missed. Oh well, this'll break it. It's all good.
Stay focused! Such power! What can I say? I'm a natural.
Charlotte, her... I guess I was giving her luck, or, not luck, int, because... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll be useful. I have the feeling that she's one that I'm definitely gonna have to redo the stats on, because I have no idea what she's gonna want for her different stats, or for her class up.
Oh, these are Somnosa flowers. Oh.
How do you know what those are? Are those from Elf Forest? I don't remember that coming up, but maybe they were. Sweep.
Huh? Where am I?
It's Charlotte.
Oh, I see you are
Your
awake.
mouth.
This is the Laurent secret base. We Amazons have been gathering our remaining forces since the thieves of Navarro attacked the Citadel.
Stand weird.
Who are you?
My name is Reese.
It's White Hat.
Princess of the Kingdom of Laurent. After Navarro attacked the Citadel, I assumed I alone survived. While searching for my kidnapped brother Elliot, I received word of this hidden base and returned.
Do you know the Windstone? We're looking for it now.
Oh, the Windstone? I believe it is located in Gust Hall, a cave in the Westerly Mountains.
Which is luckily
You
not
may
a
find your
labyrinth
path blocked by the wind
in this
statues
version.
there, however.
Everywhere is a
We could
labyrinth
have
in the
controlled
original.
The wind for you from Citadel Laurent, but with the invasion,
I guess there's only one thing to do. My friends can help you take back the Citadel. They are at your service.
Charlotte, please.
no, I could not possibly accept. This is our fight. Once you are fully rested, you are free to leave.
Stop being so upset that you couldn't consign your friends to a fate of service to a kingdom they don't care about. Hello. Gee. Well, I mean, once you've been affected by the Somnoses, they don't affect you again. That's like a thing. Pretty sure that's a thing anyway. Like, I don't remember if they point that out on this, but I'm pretty sure in the original they did. So, but you know, I can like run around out where the flowers are and they don't put me to sleep anymore. Why do I have to talk to some random guard in the middle of the base, in the basement? She didn't give me any important information. She just said we caught some dudes. Then we go hang out in the tactical meeting that has nothing to do with us. You know, except for the part that we look exactly like the princess. Same.
Please, do not strain yourself.
I am fine, child.
How can we take the Citadel from the thieves who have it overrun?
Oh, she's not doing that weird mouth thing anymore.
Be
That's good.
rebuffed by Navarro. Is there...
I think Duran did that
way?
at some point, too.
Forgive me, I am a mere caretaker. I never learned tactics or strategies of war. Wait. We should consult with the sage Dom Perry. He may have wisdom to impart upon us.
Dom Perry?
Yes! Back when the world was waging war on the Dragon Lord and his unstoppable forces, Dom Perry advised the Hero King on strategy, which led Valsena to victory.
Which would mean that his forces were not unstoppable at all. But you know, whatever.
It's difficult to locate. Dom Perry is Cora Poker. They are small, reclusive beings that dwell in Rabbite Forest, south of Jan.
I've been there.
Then we must go.
I know
and
where
find him.
that is.
Please wait.
Hmm.
The Cora Poker do not like larger folk such as us. You may not be able to meet with him at all. Finally, you have returned, and with you, our hope. You cannot leave us to travel again so soon. Your Highness, please stay with your people.
Oh, don't worry so much. You don't have to do everything yourselves, you know. Let us help you out.
Wet me not.
You would take this mission? Thank you. It would be such a help.
Why are we helping them?
What do we do?
Dom Perry may not agree to meet with you in your current forms.
What's that supposed to
You
mean?
must appear less human and more Cora Poker-like. You must find the legendary Minor Mallet. Rumor has it that the item is in Byzer. With it, you could possibly pass for Cora Pokers.
Oh. That's wild. Oh, shall we? Oh, shall we? Alright, this is the part where we just go right back to where we came from. Because we were just in Byzer like a moment ago. I guess you're right, we are all Charlotte. We gotta stick together. As Charlottes, we look out for one another.
Hey, this way.
I forgot your voice was like this. What is this? I don't know. Charlotte barely is human. Fucking healths. Hello.
Huh. Isn't that Bon Voyage's cannon?
No, it's Bonjour's canon.
Oh, you know my
But Quiz,
cousin?
she's
The name's
15.
Messi. Nice to meet you.
Can't you tell?
To Byzer, please.
But of course. Are you ready?
Yeah. And so for the third time, we're blasting off again. Since they use all the same animations, then if Kevin lands properly, Charlotte Kevin would also land properly. Because, you know, you can see Charlotte Angela uses all of Angela's animations here, just like, Charlotte Duran uses all of Duran's animations. In fact, because of the difference in the way that the difference in their posture, the other two look much taller, because, Charlotte does this thing where she, like, squatting down all the time. So she looks even shorter than she actually is. They also, I think, kind of float off. Angela kind of floats off the ground a little bit. There's some weirdness with her model.
Welcome.
I'm gonna rest until evening. Sleep. Nah, they I guess they all have the same, like, skeleton. So it's just shrunk down. And then all the animations work exactly the same way. The only weird thing that I've seen, aside from, like, some weird facial stuff occasionally, is, Hawk's knives float, like, up in Charlotte's hat, instead of being at the belt. But everything else is in the right place. Yeah, it's probably got to do with her wearing heels and that not existing, so she's, like, on her toes and floating a little bit. But it's fine. Duran also tends to slide around a bit, but that's because his motions would carry him further than others. Anyway, this is the person who lets us change our stats. There's no hope, you can't change nothing, ever, but you can change your trading points. I'm not doing that, because that's not a thing that I need to do. But, later, post-class change will be coming back here for at least a couple of people. Angela for sure. Can't say for sure about anybody else.
Looking for something in particular?
Duran will most likely want at least some other kind of stats.
Running a shop isn't as fun as I thought.
They seem to be having fun like 3 seconds
Enjoy
ago.
your doodads. I think I'll go take a nap.
And yeah, she just gives us that for free. Time to go to making me spend my money. I'll show you money spending. No, we got the minor mallet. No,
I've always wondered what Korapokers are like. Sounds fun.
Did you know you could run? I know. Like that. Possible there was some editing and shit done to make it work properly, but I don't know. As far as I know, it's just, like, the model swap. It's also, when I class change, I will have to change their costumes, because the Charlotte thing is basically tied to their costume. So it's only their class 1 costume that does this. if they change to another class and I don't change their costume back, they would turn back into Duran and Angela. Charlotte can change her costume to anything, it's fine.
Mallet, Charlotte. You're already so tiny to start with. We might lose you inside a flower bud. What do you mean? I'm not that small. Just make sure you don't blow away with the rest of the pollen.
Wooed. Just wooed. Alright. The fuck do I put? Oh, right. This Victory MP Roast. That's what I was gonna do. Since it's per kill, not per battle one. And I'm pretty sure that's as long as anybody kills an enemy, not just when Angela does it. Hello. And there we go. We got a boost. A cactus gives us the power to view undiscovered treasure boxes on the map. That was weird. I don't know why it skipped through telling me about the prize. But, yeah. That didn't do it. Huh. Am I not supposed to be seeing undiscovered treasure boxes? Does it not work unless I leave and re-enter the area or something? It doesn't really matter, but... yeah, like that's there. Oh, does it? Oh, number of treasure boxes, right. I think there's a later one that does the actual thing. Oh yeah, here we go, we can actually look at it. Discount on shops, occasional boost to EXP, time to escape reduced, free inns, and additional thing. Okay, no, there is not one that displays them on your map. Gotcha. But you know, they're there. They exist. None of them, I would say, are particularly great. 45 is pretty nice. The little cactus ring and chain ability, one of them was good and one of them was kind of pointless by the time you get it, because you get it right at the end of the game.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Take this.
Let's hurry along.
Watch out!
Take this.
You wish. Of course you won. Come and get me.
Get them.
Stop. Diamond shark. Oh, that was nothing.
In true mage fashion, Angela takes a fucking while to get good. But when she is, boy howdy, does she just make every other character feel obsolete.
I don't have time for this. Stop.
Next.
Too bad. There's more to me than meets the eye.
There we go. We're back here. Remember this place? This is where Heath got kidnapped and Charlotte got slapped.
Alright, I'll clear your way. Leave it to me.
Oh, I don't have enough for that. Oh.
Take this.
That was easy. Mine next. Here I go. All right.
Oh, those did connect, okay.
All right. Dom Perry.
Indeed.
Okay. We have got to reclaim Laurent.
No, you don't. Don't lie. You don't know nothing. You never knew nothing.
A triumph.
Here we go.
Aha! I found something.
Tiny man. Look at him dance. There he goes. Don't break this pot. There.
This will really shrink us.
Schwink. Bonk. Tiny Shawit. Tiny Shawits. Unfortunately, you can't use this item. Cause yeah, it's just a usable item in the original. You could use it anytime. It was an infinite use item that turned you small or turned you from small to not small. Which was actually really strong if you knew how to abuse it. There were 4, yes. Technically there's 6 of them. The other 2 are around somewhere. We haven't seen them yet.
Is it just me, or does something about you smell human?
No, it's that if you had a status ailment on you and you used the mini hammer to turn yourself small, it removed that status ailment, and then you would just use the hammer again to make yourself big again. So you'd have no status ailments on you anymore.
Stinky humans.
So it was an infinite use status heal that you could use at any given point.
Anyway, you don't know where we can find Dom Perry the Sage, do
We haven't unlocked that option yet, Spike.
How about you look for the fellow yourself?
Eventually, someday.
One of the other
Gatai.
will know where Dom Perry is. Careful you don't reveal that you're actually big folk.
We're not... Charlotte's not that big, it's fine. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. What say you, Charlotte? Okay. And it would be pretty easy to hide behind all this grants. Grants. Ugh. Ugh. I've seen it. There's a box. Excuse me. I'm just gonna... You know. Do that. Primarily, it was useful during the super boss fight, the hammer, because the Black Rabbite would fuck you up with, like, stat downs and shit, and you could just remove them all instantly by making your entire party small and then making them big again. The super boss is, well, that super boss is super lame, and also the other one isn't very interesting either. The new one. They're both kind of, dungeon isn't super interesting. Though, to be fair, Black Rabbite wasn't the most exciting enemy in the original either. You just had to not use spells on him, and he mostly didn't do anything. because the original had this cool thing called magic countering, where anytime you used an ability of any sort that targets an enemy, including level 2 and 3 class strikes, the enemy would counter you with a magic spell, if they could. This meant that if you ever cast a spell on most bosses, they would kill your entire party. It was awful. And it made Angela completely useless. Outside of killing off
I was taking a turn around
random enemies.
I did not know where I would be.
She was very bad in boss fights, except for like one, because there was a boss that got into a state where you could constantly cast spells on it, because it couldn't basically it would get into a state where it can't do any attacks. So you could constantly cast fire spells because it's an ice enemy. That said, every other boss would counter you, and however late game she can hit damage cap with a lot of her spells, so you could just destroy a bunch of shit. Just anytime you got into a fight with regular enemies, instantly kill them with Angela, and everybody else fights bosses.
My, that is dreadful. Laurent, you say?
Yeah, accuracy and evasion did nothing, agility was garbage. Hawk could learn a few skills that were required by agility. Also, crits didn't work. I don't think I got a single crit the entire time during my playthrough of the original on here.
Is that so?
So that's the thing. Making Hawk basically totally worthless because his evasion doesn't work and his luck doesn't work. So he just doesn't do good damage. His only advantage is that he has double hits. Also, Duran's shields were based on evasion. They gave him evasion, so they basically didn't do anything. Except for the Lord one gave him elemental res, right?
From one of the mountain paths in Laurent is the entrance to Gusthall, a dangerous
But,
windland.
you know, his paladin shield wouldn't have done anything.
By changing the directions
I don't know what they do in this game, actually. They probably just boost his defense.
The rest is up to you.
But I went dark with Duran in the previous playthrough, so I don't actually know how his shields do.
You may also find Sylphid. Sylphid.
Lord gave status res, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, the elemental res didn't work and the status res did, okay. There we go. So I was right on the paladin shield not working at all, and the Lord shield giving you something at least.
How did you know?
Back to the actual game at hand, though. There he is.
It was obvious.
The guy.
If you were Koropoka, you would have known that this is the only settlement of our kind in the whole world.
Whoa.
I can tell that you have a fairy within you. We, Koropoka, can see
Yeah,
that
the
you are her
crits didn't
chosen
happen.
one.
I never got a crit in the entire time I played. I don't think I've ever gotten a crit, and I've played through that game like 7 times or some shit at this point. Maybe more? Probably not. That sounds about right. I know I've played with like every character as a main character, but crits didn't exist.
Oh, there is no greater joy.
So luck didn't have any purpose. There was never a reason to put points into luck. Similarly, agility didn't have a purpose. There was never any reason to put points into agility. And that is why Hawk is a bad character in the original. And I still used him, because people here told me to do it. So he was in my party. Luckily he gets stat down abilities, because that's actually useful.
Dom Perry gave us a good lead.
Who did I have in? I had Kevin.
You bet.
And Reese, I think. Gust Haw. Yeah. I believe my party was Kevin, Reese, and Hawk. Also, Kevin being my main character is why I didn't do Charlotte until now, because I had done that same path, because Kevin and Charlotte have the same route. So I did Kevin and Charlotte's route. Oh no, Charlotte was on my team. Right. So it would have been Kevin, Charlotte, and Hawk. That's right. Kevin as a god hand, Charlotte as a bishop, I think. And Hawk was a master ninja, I think. I don't know, it's been a bit. VODs don't exist, so it's not like anybody can check.
Beating them all on my own?
I could have beaten them all on my own, it's true.
I know what to do.
We're not at the part of the game where Angela can do that yet. Except for, I guess, if I'm controlling Angela, I can actually dodge things.
Leave it to me, Wookiees!
Next!
Why did I even bother?
Yeah. That's great, Gandalf. It's a kind of an understandable oversight. I can see how that could happen. I don't know enough about how stats and junk were determined for trials to tell you why all of those things don't work, but you know, they don't. Kind of all there is to it.
Coming aboard?
Yeah. That
old sage needs an attitude adjustment.
Tells me
that is an interesting way to do that.
Soon.
I mean, that's a good excuse. It's a bad way to do a thing in a game, but I appreciate it. The excuse. Even if it is just a cop-out. Alright, heading back up.
I'm on the job.
Gotta change, gotta be on the job.
This one is so annoying.
Not as bad as they were in the original, let me tell you. I don't remember what these ones did. They had like a stat down move or something. It really fucked you up. These weren't the ones that... I don't think these were the ones that petrified you. Same model, or in the case of that game, sprite. That's the spell, or that's the move. Oh yeah, it's defense down. Yeah, when they hit you with that defense down and then use like their multi-hit beak attack that fucks you up. Yeah, I think that was the first place that I died, was right here, in this area, in the original, when I did that playthrough. I died like 3 times or something. And the first one was right here.
Barely broke a sweat.
Ignore me. It worked. They did. How about that? You too. Nice. Nice. I'll go up this way first.
This'll be faster if we fight together.
Oh, I forgot to say it. Oh well.
Of course we won.
Oh, that one was already dead. Ooh. Again, I don't remember exactly which level I need to be at for the class change. It's, like either 16 or 18, I think. Either way, 18, okay, that's why, I thought it was 18, but for some reason I keep thinking it was 16. But, yeah, we're not far off. Considering we're just about 16 and it's in the area ahead of this. Generally like to get it before I, oh, nice stop. Or interrupt, whatever you want to call it. Kicked his butt. That was a waste. Why the fuck do you keep doing that to low health enemies? Whee. Oh, I could have spent those item seeds too. Duran, have some more stamina, I guess. Okay, I mean, that's a thing. 10% additional defense when doing a charge attack. I know you can do things like that that are meant to make his charge attacks less garbage. I don't care, but I'll grab the item, fuck it.
Come on, let's help each other. This one's
Get in there. Get fucked.
Take this.
My training's really helping.
Charlotte. And then, yeah, that way is just, Laurent, which we can't go to. Have no reason to. Boy, enemies respawn fast in this game. Burb. Lady. Lady Burb. Imb. Bounce orb. Let's see. Isn't the other one better? Yeah, she, like, her AI is set to pretty much only use it when she's low health, or when they're at really low health anyway. I should have probably aimed to get them close together before doing that, but... Oh no! Somebody's been poisoned! Don't make Charlotte use her MP on that. Ah, she did it! Damn it! Like one hit from the end of the fight. Yay. You did it. Thank you. Another? Yeah. Here we go. I will put that on. I smacked my mic. Again. Or the filter in front of my mic, anyhow. Oh yeah, you don't need HP boost. That's not a thing. You're fine. You'll be fine. I'm 10 less health than Charlotte.
Oh no! The wind statue!
And you are Charlotte, so you basically have 10 health left than yourself.
Someone might be after Selfrid like Don Perry feared! Hurry!
However that works. I forgot this area just has no music. But it's okay. Because, in the original, it also didn't have any music. Yeah.
You can't get through the wind with strength alone.
Stand back! I can figure out this wind puzzle. Wait. Oh, this is too hard.
Gave up already.
This will be faster if we fight together.
Too bad!
That's when you're supposed to use that. I don't know, maybe Razor. I feel like, yeah, aside from it not getting funded, that's also kind of like a... I don't know, it's a medical thing. It's hospitals need qualified officials to deal with that shit. Even if some of those qualified officials aren't very good at their job. That's true of any field, you know. Shit be that way. And yeah, that too. I know you actually have to, like, help people in the public. And want to help people, which is probably more important than having to. Or at least be able to, like, do something, even if it's just directing people toward the help.
Barely broke a sweat.
A bunch of them silver sheets. Pretty good.
Watch out!
Fuck you, Harpy.
This one's a doozy.
Eh. I got too close. I got one of them. It's all good. Thank you. Nicely done.
Beating them all on my own.
And yeah, she's now able to cast spells way more often. Like, that cost her 5, but she gets 2 back when she kills an enemy with it, so... super worth.
It's the enemy.
Less so with that, where it's not really doing that much damage to them, but... she doesn't have their weakness, and they have a lot of defense. Yeah, see? Getting her MP back. God, I should have aimed for that immediately, at the start. Why the hell did I not take the fucking MP regen ability first, so that she could actually cast spells? Probably just me being stupid and shooting for stats before abilities, like a rube.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Also, it's got good stagger. I like that.
Too easy.
I have a lot of those.
Watch out!
That's how it's done.
Magic Gus up a stairway. Okay. There it is. The stairs.
You can't get me. This could get ugly. Too bad.
Fuck you.
That was easy. Be careful. This could get ugly.
You must have taken out all the enemies nearby.
Oh wait, this was the thing? Can I just, yeah, that. I don't remember if that's how you do this one. It just might be. No, it's not. Okay. Is it from there then? Yes. Okay. Quadrus. Cactus. Spide. Hello, Spook. How are you today?
I don't have time for this. Stop. This one's a doozy. Too bad.
That's what I call power.
Fine then. Here I go.
Next.
Really?
Gives us a handicap. Let's take it out before it does more damage. See that?
That was nothing.
Still, gotta say, I still hate Angela. You know, she's still awful. Just people gonna complain about Charlotte's voice, but Angela's here. What was that I just picked up? This? I see, yeah. Yeah. Just always armor for your main character? Angela, Charlotte, and Kevin. Duran's not bad, he's just like fucking doesn't know how to emote. And Hawk's okay. It's just whatever. And yeah, Kevin is 4 kids.
Fine then. Here I go. Too bad.
Yeah, it sounds like a 4 kids like localization name. It's great.
It's over. Too bad. Can't you tell? We are getting stronger.
I love getting stronger. It is my favorite.
We can take this enemy in no time.
Ah, my back turned tiny. That was a waste of MP, you dummy. You don't really have to spend it on anything else, though. Let's get it back. The other characters? I mean, yeah, Duran's okay. Whatever. Not terrible. Hawk's pretty much fine. Reese is also not terrible. Like, none of them are good, particularly. I don't think Charlotte's VA is bad, honestly. It's the character that's the problem.
It's a mana stone. This is the first one I've ever seen in person, too. Huh. If the Benevodons sealed within were free,
None of the characters really
the world would be in such
emote
danger.
terribly well.
That's
You know.
a scary thought. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're doing what we can.
Japanese gesture is fucking great. Unfortunately, everybody else is terrible. So,
Wait just a second. Are these footprints? I think they're headed this way.
Wait, Angela, how did you get in the floor? The footprints are on the ground, not in it. Silly. Alright, yeah, and then at 18 and 38, we can change classes. Unfortunately, we are at 16, and I'm not going to grind experience. So, fuck that. Here we go. Normally this is, like, where I like to get my, my class changed, just because this is the earliest point that you can do it. This is the first Mana Stone, and get here around that level, sorta, kinda. I think I was way closer to it when I got here originally.
Selphie's in trouble.
Oh no! He's gonna do his thing. He did his thing. Why didn't we stop him?
Hey! Leave Sylphid alone!
Let that child alone.
You must have destroyed the wind statue too!
What a rude dude.
He's gone!
I see you floating there, Duran.
Something's wrong.
Buh! Oh no. He turned into some kind of tits and ass bird. Alright. Oh, she's already doing it. Yeah, we're good.
I don't want to do this.
Oh, right. Let me, dart! Dart him! Get hit by dart. Don't know how much that did. Do it again! You're fucked. I'm gonna keep it dart. Dart! Dart! That's not bad. Okay, now, the real one. Oof. Charlotte, if you could. You should be doing this constantly. Also, you should stop running into melee to do that, you fucking dummy. Stop dying. That did not do that much. Didn't this hit? Okay, yeah. Oh, he's sleeping. Well, that would explain that. Yeah, figured that was gonna happen. Just revive him again. Get over there. I missed. Now. God, that does a lot of damage. Don't get me. Charlotte, please. You are the healer. I would like it if you healed. Sure, why not? Okay, stop running into the damage zones. Stop running into the damage zones. It's mostly that the AoEs stick around, because if it wasn't for that, they wouldn't be doing that. That wouldn't be as much of an issue as it is. Go ahead and give you back your MP. Axe him. Holy shit. I should axe him more often. Let's also throw one of these out, why not? I missed. Oh, right, yeah, just... Come on. There it is. Going right back to it, huh? There we go. It's the, they will generally try to dodge out of AoEs, but they are not smart enough to move away from a damage zone. So if the tornado is there, they'll walk into it, or if the enemy has, you know, damaging particles flying around them, they'll just walk up to the enemy and take them. And they're not super smart. But now we're all level 18, which means we can class up. Pretty wicked.
Ooh, you saved me.
We did it. We saved them.
Who was that creepy knight?
I don't know.
That's the Queepy Knight.
One moment he was looking at the Mana Stone, and the next he was after me. He drained my energy and summoned Persephone.
Wow. Wild.
I bet that knight was after the Mana Stone.
You don't say.
Sylphid, we need your help.
I see. Well, you all saved my life. I'll stick with you until the bitter end.
Wow, we got the powers of a genie now. How cool. Look at all that wind magic we won't be doing. Well, I mean, swapping out stats, so maybe we'll be getting wind magic. We'll see. Incidentally, if we do different paths from what we did on the previous playthroughs with these characters, everybody would be on Light Path. Because I think everybody except for Hawk was Dark Path on both the other playthroughs.
Who is switching classes?
Who is switching classes? Charlotte, of course, first and foremost.
Switch your class.
So, the first class which we did what we did. Oh, that's some music. We went Enchantress, which does, you know, status ailments, basically. Here, you gain CS when you use healing magic, which is also an ability that she already has. So, those would stack together and she'd get like 20% of her gauge every time that she uses magic, which is... or healing magic, which is pretty good. Gets better healing magic here. I think Priestess already gets an all-class or a full party heal, which is pretty sweet. That'll come in handy a lot. And I think we want to go this way. Partly because we went dark last playthrough with Charlotte, partly because I just think it's a good way to go. I want to see what kinds of moves she gets, though, to be fair. I know that Dark Path Charlotte gets some dumb bullshit with power attacks that lets her petrify enemies, instantly killing them. But anyway, looks like she gets more spirit, which makes sense because that's for healing. Otherwise, I don't know what these... More int, or no, more spirit, same amount of int. More luck. More luck! Yeah. Less MP, but whatever, man. Gonna go luck. Light. Whatever. You know what I mean. Wow! Costume change. She's all green and junk now. Goofus. So, as a priestess, we can get all sorts of cool new moves. Green Goblin. As a priestess, we have the power to do things. Hat's still pink. So we take a look under training, and now we have more moves, like attack recoil. Sturdy 2. Another strength plus 5. Nothing particularly good in here. I mean, base defense up, base attack down, so that's kind of not good. Close call 2. Not bad. That's not a lot. I don't know. The MP version of this is infinitely better. I don't think this is very useful. But whatever. And then, hey, would you look at this? All of her fucking spells are under spirit. Why would I put points literally anywhere else? Also, yeah, having access to these is pretty fucking great. She can Holy Bolt, which means that she gets an attack spell. And yeah, Healing Light Plus, which is just Healing Light, but it affects all of your party for the same amount of MP. All good. Here we have access to... the new ones are... cancel out stat decrease on heals, and... oh, 20% chance to have a free ability. That's actually really nice. Dumping points into strength might not be a bad idea. I wouldn't mind having close call 2, but... or, not strength, luck. Dumping points into luck so that I can get bless would be kind of nice. That's pretty far in, so... be a bit. Anyway, let's class up with some other folks.
Who is switching classes?
Shall we? Yeah, luck +5 is. I mean, yeah, crits are nice. Nothing wrong with crits. All right, Sword Charlotte, switching class. Ignore these jackoffs, they're just the example characters for what a person of this class might look like. So we have the Knight and the Gladiator. I feel like Gladiator, Dark Path Durin Charlotte would be funny. I did go Dark Path before, but Dark Durin is so fucking strong. AoE class strike, which is nice to have. Defense increased by 10% for 10 seconds. That's also a thing that Durin Light Path is like defense focused. But you don't really need that. You can just go in and dish out fuckloads of damage and just end fights. And you don't have to care. Also, it actually decreases his defense to go Gladiator. By 1 point, but still. That said, it also boosts his strength by 5 as opposed to that. And yeah, it's, No, Charlotte doesn't get cool armor, unfortunately. Dark Souls. Yeah, he gets a whole lot more attack power going this way, as opposed to getting a whole bunch of defense. Plus, one of the main things with Durin going light is that he gets healing, which Charlotte's got covered. There's no reason for him to go this path. So we're gonna go Gladiator, where he gets to be buff as fuck. Or should I say she gets to be buff as fuck. But wait, as she turns into a man. Whoa! What an impressive transformation! Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's pretty strange. We can fix it though pretty quickly. All you have to I'll show you how to fix this issue. So, sometimes when you change your class, it does this weird thing where it like fucks up your costume and you have to do that. There you go. All back. Just back. Good.
Who is switching classes?
Then we have Magic Charlotte. Also, we'll switch classes. This one, light or dark is fine. I did dark before. We had Ancient Curse, and holy fuck, Ancient Curse is busted as hell. So I don't know, which one's good. I know, Light Angel is pretty good for just clearing shit. She gets a lot of, like, MP restoration stuff. Whereas I think Dark is a bit more just blowing shit up. Also, she sacks her HP to deal more damage, which is fine, because you just get your health back from Charlotte. Magic attack and... oh, right, yeah, the special ability kinda sucks, because that happens a lot less when you have people who instantly regenerate everybody. That also isn't great, because once you've cast one spell, you no longer have 100% MP. It does mean the first spell you cast in the beginning does big damage. Also, she gets a move called Love Typhoon. I will say Pummel Star is massive damage because it's a multi-hit, but I think Sorceress, because we went dark on the last run, and Sorceress actually has more magic attack. Like this one has a more even stat spread. This one's more focused. Class with a variety of magic spells. Different elemental they both get all upgrades to all the elemental magic. I don't know why this is talking about that. But yeah, I think going light mage rather than dark And yeah, the idea is that with Light, you basically just one-shot mobs when you enter combat, and you just end fights. It's an example character, Spook. Don't worry about it. It's the same issue with my fighter Charlotte. I just have to like go in and do the costume thing, and it fixes it all. It's, you know, I swear that the devs just, like, didn't care after they got the game released. Like, they just left all this shit in. It's sad, but you just kind of learn to deal with this stuff. Anyway, that's a move. You might have guessed that Duran learned saber magic. Of course, so does Charlotte, so I'm not entirely certain I care about giving it to him, since Charlotte can also do that. And that might just mean we don't put points into Spirit, because he doesn't use Spirit for anything. So why would I do that when I can do this? Also, this. Who needs defense when you just have a 20% chance of not dying every time they try to kill you? Who needs... Attack Saber wouldn't be useful, but I could just not equip it. This thing that I was talking about before, where I was like, whatever, who cares? Who the fuck is calling me? Give me a sec, I gotta see what's going on with that.
I'm on the job.
Yo. I don't know who that was. I did not recognize the number. Also, they hung up before I reached my phone. But I used that as an opportunity to use the restroom And grab a cup of coffee. Not that those two things are related. I don't piss coffee. Don't believe those lies.
I'm on the job. 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 I'm on the job.
I'm on the job.
Come on.
Oh, also, as a thing, when you class up, you get this. Wow, 4-hit combo. But more importantly, big swang. Fucking face plant. And that, I guess. The face plant is great. Decaf. You think I piss decaf? That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't piss coffee. Shut up. The coffee is stored in the balls. I didn't know you could jump up that. I guess it doesn't matter.
Get out of my way before I break you.
Oh man, we're gonna get Berserker Charlotte. That's gonna be great. Oh, we boat. Also, that is why Charlotte has that line, because she can learn Holy Bolt. So that's the only spell that Angela will ever cast with Charlotte's voice. Actually, Charlotte might be able to learn... I think she can learn another light damage spell later. And Angela can also learn that, and since she's on Light Path, she should learn that. So they will get that. Oh, did she? I didn't see the Love Typhoon. I need to build up gay meter so that I could... Yeah, I need to build up gay meter so I could show off the new moves. No, just those two. Everything else would be unique to the two characters. They don't have any other crossover. And she doesn't have any crossover. Actually, I mean, she and Duran can both use saber spells, but I don't think those have their own voice lines. I don't think they shout like Fire Saber or whatever when they use the spell. Oh, Duran can cast Twinkle Rain if he goes Light Path. I didn't, but he can. So I guess that would be another crossover line. Yeah, as far as I know, she's not going to say Fire Saber. But that'd be pretty great. Almost there. Alright. Give me a... check. Oh wait, fuck, I did the wrong button. I'm dumb! Don't look at me! Alright, well, we'll see Charlotte's then, fuck it. Let's go! Yo, dude! Get fucked. Nice. That fucked everything up. In a good way, not in the bad kind of fucked up way. You know. Alright, there we go. We have Holy Bolt and we have Healing Light Plus. So now we have 2 attack spell characters. Isn't that cool? They both cast Holy Bolt. That's gonna happen like twice as often. Also, I didn't spend his training points. Stupid. It's getting survive and... Yeah, the rest of your shit sucks, huh? Oh, shit, that. That is a thing. There are reasons to give him int. I'm not going to, but... Yeah, that. Yeah, pretty much just strength luck. I mean, that's not bad. It's not great either. We're just gonna dump all of our points into strength until we, hit cap. No, we're not using attack saber because we don't know saber spells. Alright, her spells. So, we now have access to Diamond Shards Plus, Earthquake. You can see the, area damage, big damage. Ice Smash, Evil Gate, Ice Smash Plus, Evil Gate Plus, Spike Freeze, Holy Bolt, Lucent Beam, Cyclone, Cyclone Plus, Thunderstorm, Fireball, Fireball Plus, and Explode. Yeah, no, Angela is the most pain-in-the-ass character to level up because she needs every fucking stat for spells. Whatever, if you want a spell, like, you have to pick and choose what spells she learns. Unlike every other character, which is, Duran? Spirit. Charlotte? Fucking Spirit. Both of them only use Spirit. Doesn't matter which path you go on, those are the only skills they'll learn. Always under Spirit. Dark Path, Light Path, all of it's under Spirit. She, actually, her summons might be under Int. But all of her good things are under Spirit, because summons suck. Hawk? Basically all of his skills are under Luck. Some of them are under Int, I think, but most of them are under Luck. Reese, I think, puts most of her skills under Spirit as well. A lot of characters use Spirit. And Kevin doesn't get skills. He gets Strength. I think his healing, if you go Light, shows up under Spirit, but you have no reason to ever put points into anything except for Strength until you've capped it, and then, I don't know, Luck for crit. Kevin's just big damage. He hits fucking hard. Oh, right, I should actually spend the points for Angela's shit, shouldn't I? Oh, what the fuck do I need? What am I fighting next? Where am I going next? That's what's important. Okay, so we just did Wind, so obviously I have access to Wind. The next one is, we have choices next, right? We can go Fire or Ice. So I'll pick up Ice and then go Fire. Light would be for the Dark one, which is like endgame. Light doesn't really matter big. There'll be miscellaneous enemies that are weak to Light, but for the actual like Dark element area, that's not going to show up until pretty late. Ice, because I can choose to go to the Fire area next, and more Int means more damage, period. I'll probably want to siphon some of her points out of other things. Also, that... So, she's gonna need Spirit. Oh, hey! Fuck! So, you know how Angela needs literally every stat in the game? Except for Stamina. Stamina's not that useful. Except for, you know, Earth Magic. But yeah, no, she uses everything, because she has shit in everything. This is a Light Path only ability. Ah, that's really useful for boss fights. That's really useful for boss fights, because you're just gonna spam the same spell, like, 20 times back to back. Oh, well, ain't that something? We'll push Int, and we have the choice to go to either a Fire or Ice. 'Cause, fire or ice zone, so we should go to the fire zone. So we can use ice.
I am so glad
Then
to see you
possibly re-roll our stats so that we can pick up fire stuff
Did you
before
have a
going to the ice
chance
place.
speak with Dom Perry?
Yep.
Hmm.
Just take a look.
Shit, no. Light is the next area. Damn it. I forgot about the what area the next one actually is.
Leave this to me.
It's fine. I already have the basic light spells. I don't really need to worry about the AoEs. And I have 2 characters that can cast them. Dark is I mean light damage. The next area is a dark area. Yeah. Dark, there is only one zone in the game where you fight enemies that are light element, and there's like 2 other enemies that might show up in other areas that take extra damage from light. 3, because there's a werewolf type that does. Werewolf type, 1 enemy that's like a lizard dude, and then like 1 other thing, and they occasionally show up in like the end zone areas, but everything else there will be weak to light. But yeah, I need to put a whole bunch of points into Spirit
our
on
chance.
Angela eventually anyway.
Please be careful. There may be enemies in the Citadel that did not
Well,
succumb to the sleep
I
spores.
probably should anyway. You can't take all of her abilities,
Help
is the
yourself to the
thing.
supplies in the
You
barrels.
do have a
There are
limited
candies
number. Speaking of, I've forgotten all about that being a thing. Here, let me grab these real quick, and then go back into here. Fun fact, I've just unlocked 2 more slots. How about that? Get this, get that. Yeah, buddy. Over onto this guy. Power attack, damage increased by 5. That sucks. Oh wait, no, power attack, not charge attack. I mean, charge attack is a power attack, but no, whatever. It's kind of whatever. Kind of not great. Yeah, okay. Could take this. The other characters don't have the kind of defense he has, and if I'm controlling him, I can just dodge shit, so that's probably better for him to have. Do you not have an accessory? Why the fuck don't you have an accessory? Also, look at him and his fancy additional gear slot that he won't be using. Because Dark doesn't get shields. Alright, so for HP boost is back. I just don't have a ton of good abilities yet. Anyway, yeah, so I can't equip all of Angela's abilities anyway, I guess. So I kind of have to pick and choose which MP saving or regen abilities I take. The ones under strength are really good, though. 'Cause every time you use a power attack, which is these combo finishers, you get 2 MP back. Or 1 MP back for the low-level version. And if you have them both, then you get 3. Eh. Eh. Get up. You can do it, Charlotte. There we go. I'm just gonna steal this, you know. They owe it to me, I'm saving their keep. Pretty sure I just saved a minute ago, but fuck it, right? Oh, and we're coming up on, so I know Harsepity kind of slapped my ass around for a while. Because I didn't get my class changed before I started that fight, but, it's, you know. Actually, I believe she was one of the ones who came in with us just now, is why she's doing fine. And I guess she's just guarding this room. She also is just guarding this room. Yeah, see, the ninja dudes are all knocked out because the sleepy pollen that we sent in here. And, except for those guys. Those guys are fine. But don't worry about them. They're, you know... They're fine. Oh, hey. Sorry. Oh, there we go. See, now when it says Holy Bolt, I don't know who's casting it. Because they both say it the same way.
Barely broke a sweat.
Oh, that's not a real door. Okay. Real fake doors. Thank you. Excuse me while I just... continue stealing your shit. Hey guys, what's up?
I know what to do.
Ow, he got me with the shuriken. Oh right, I have fucking 4-hit combos. Why am I still doing 3 hits? There's the big damage. 132.
Taking out all the enemies nearby.
Oh, also Angela got another training point. We will put that into int, giving her a new move that she can't use because she does. Oh fuck! It doesn't matter if I get ice. She doesn't. I don't have the ice elemental. It doesn't matter if I get ice or fire because I don't have them. Because Angela sucks! I forgot how bad Angela is! In the early game. It's not until end game that she becomes a absolutely terrifying, busted monster of a character that instantly kills everything in this game.
Be careful. This could get ugly.
You missed. You missed again. Oh, okay, that one didn't miss. There we go. Fuck you. Yeah. Okay, well. I guess we'll focus on Spirit for a while. Int is still good for damage output. Oh yeah, yeah. The next boss is fucking the wall. In more ways than one, you'll see. But yeah, it's like the first major obstacle that really fucks you up. I was actually in the middle of saying that earlier. I was saying, you know, despite the fact that Harsepide kind of slapped my ass around because I didn't get my class up before I fought her, this upcoming boss is going to slap my shit fucking hard. I can tell you right now, I'm gonna be in danger. Not as bad as my first playthrough, I think, where I had only the female characters, which meant that I didn't have a great source of damage. But, yeah, well... Oh, hey! It's Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte. Edgy Charlotte. Aw, dang.
It's not what you think. I'm Hawkeye, and yes, I used to be a Nivarlan thief, but not anymore. I'm on the run.
To where they're hanging out.
A horrible usurper named Isabella. She twisted the minds of the Nivarlan forces and attacked Laurent. I'm here to stop them. Please, believe me.
No. Kick his ass.
Thank you. Honestly,
Hooray.
I don't know what Isabella's true motives might be.
Black hat.
But I can tell you one thing. A real Nivarlan thief would never, ever take a life.
Got like a code
I
or some
know her
shit.
as Isabella, but after some digging, I found out the witch's real name. She calls herself Belladonna now, ever since she killed my best friend Eagle. And she didn't stop there. Belladonna gave a cursed item to Eagle's little sister Jessica. If Belladonna dies, so will she. I couldn't do anything. So please, if you find Belladonna, don't kill her. Capture her instead. I know you don't owe me anything, but...
Okie dokie. I don't know what we can do, but I'll do my best.
I appreciate it. Well, I won't hold you good people back any longer. I'll go on ahead and see what I can do on my own. My thanks.
Okay, see you later.
You think that Hawkeye guy is okay on his own?
Probably. Like a ninja or something. Sneaky Charlotte. It's a huge sword.
Fine then. Here I go.
Love Typhoon, here it comes. Nice.
All right. Can't you tell? We are getting stronger.
Get out of my way before I break you.
Oh, we've come. Let's hurry along. Fine then. Here I go. This
Let's
one's
do a crosscut here.
too bad.
Ow.
Can't you tell? We are
I don't want to waste my meter on doing a big class strike.
careful. It's the enemy.
Charlotte, I would like you to fight, please.
That was easy. This one is so annoying.
Ow.
Of course we won.
I know there's an item up over there.
Careful.
And I should fight to try and get XP. Too bad. Not overly necessary, but you get refunded some of that at least.
This will be faster if we fight together. Take this. That's the spirit.
Nice.
Get out of my way before I break you.
Isn't funny. This one's a doozy. Too bad.
Next.
Too bad.
Damn.
Hurry along.
Here we go. Save point. Alright, what do I have for items? Quick. Earth. Don't need item seeds on there. That's for sure. Shuriken. Maybe Drake scale over the other item seed. I'm gonna be using a lot of that shit, so. Oh no! Charlotte!
Hey! Don't lay a hand on Whis, or you two will have to answer to me!
Oh, I get it. Whis, like Weiss, because she's the white-wearing Charlotte. That's a cute nickname.
Thank you. The enemy commandant is in that room over there.
You don't look so good, Whis. You need to rest. Just leave everything else to us. It will be a piece of cake.
You have helped me so much. But I must ask for your aid again.
She melted into the floor. Alright, let's save again since the scene is over and I've adjusted my inventory, and should we die, I'll have to do it again. Or, you know, won't have to do it again. See, she's fine now. She's not... She's mostly out of the floor anyway. Damn ninjas putting people in the floor. Okay, here we go. I give you the wall. Fuck this boss.
This wind is crazy. Diamond shark. Come and get me.
Throw a cross slash in here. Yeah, so there's an area of just it's doing things now. Just throw out one of these. Another earth coin, because I have another earth coin. No! Don't fireball me. Don't do it. Yeah, that's not great. Shuriken. Ooh. That's not gonna work. I am stealing MP. Wow, wee. Hey Angela, how about you use that? Oh no, I don't like that. Come on. Oh, they killed them. Cool. Oh, I'm glad I have a full party heal here.
This one's a doozy. Too bad.
Ow! Ah, it didn't work. Wasn't fast enough.
I'm on the job.
I don't know how close you have to be for this, but that'll do me.
I'm on the job.
Oh cool, that's his weakness. I'll throw that. Oh right, yeah, the shield. Heal.
Cool.
There we go. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate, but I'll live. Need to get people in there to do their things. Get Love Typhoon. Be better to do these when it's, you know, staggered, but beggars can't be choosers.
Is this it? I'm on the job. This isn't funny. Stay focused. Diamond Star! Hey, look!
Can't see. Don't want to be on that spot. Yeah, things can quickly get out of hand in this fight. Damn it, she went down again? The instant I'm not controlling them, they die. You can use a healing item, because I almost never use those. So, yeah, this is a fight. Oh, they're both dead, huh? Almost out of revives. Angela, please heal yourself. Come on. Yeah. Ah, Angela went down right at the end. She won't get XP for that. Fucking hell. Oh well. Still. First try idiot. Oh wait, you do get XP if you die? Thought you didn't. Oh well. Even better. First try idiot. I'm the best. Get fucked. Can't wall me. I did use up a lot of fucking items, but you'll note, I have a huge amount of items. It's just that you can only carry so many into a given fight. Oh, right, the fucking, yeah, the upcoming area. Where, the game says, fuck you, you only get 2 party members. And yeah, we'll, probably be leaving Angela behind, honestly. 'Cause I'd like to have a healer. And yeah, and then from there on, you're pretty much stuck with one character being a level lower than everyone else. Alright, so... Spirit for Holy Bolt. Int for just damage output. And I guess we'll get Evil Gate, but like, that's not that useful for the upcoming areas. I guess I'll just keep dumping points into Spirit for now, so that we can get the higher level stuff out of that, maybe? Okay, I want the Intellect +5 off of that. There we go. That's worth getting. These won't help us for a while yet. These two won't help us for a bit. So we'll start putting points into Spirit for that. Cool. One more fight. Which also gave me trouble the first time through, but luckily they give you a save point between the two.
Secret attack, fuse!
It was mostly an issue of my party members just getting instant killed by, you know, Fusion Ninja here.
2 people became 1 person! What's going on?
Try this on the side!
Because, yeah, that does a lot, and also reduces stats.
Try this on the side! Let's end it!
Charlotte?
Is this it?
Ah. Well, I tried. Jesus.
Is this it?
Here we go. You wanna, like, Holy Bolt him? That'd be cool.
Let's end it! Let's end it!
Nice aim. Oh, that didn't work. There it is.
Is our true power!
Yeah, their true power is the power to split back up into 2 people because it's not actually that good to be 1. And they're more dangerous this way. Here we go.
Take this!
Yep, not gonna happen. Oh, that's terrifying.
This on your side! Take that!
Yeah, that.
Take this!
I want you to heal yourself again, because you could die very quickly. And then also get some Holy Bolts out there. You also maybe get some Holy Bolts out there.
Take this! Too much for you!
I'm on the job!
Try this on for size! Take
Oh, wait, she should just be healing. You're healing light, lady.
Try this on for size!
What? Come get me! Too bad!
What? Next, take this! Too much for you?
Leave this one to me!
Take this!
Got him. Actually, I don't know if they do the thing in this that they do in the original, because one of them can revive the other, which is why you need to basically defeat them around the same time. I don't know if they do that in this one. But they're big rude. Big levels. Good stuff. 2 training points. Oh my word, this gives us the ability to cast both Stone and Lightning Saber. 50%. Yeah, I know there's a time limit for it, but that's why you make sure that you try to kill them around the same time, because they'll fuck your shit up. Charger, which I don't think is a thing that I need, because I don't really have much reason to use that. So, of course, I could do that to 11, but I'm going to continue pushing into this now. I feel like I should bring Charlotte with me to the next area, but I know Angela will do more damage there. Especially if I can get her, I mean, since I'll be getting her more light spells. No one in this party knows who this is. Other than we've just been told who that is.
I have no more need of the Citadel. You may do with it as you will.
Oh, okay, see ya. Wicked. We got ourselves a Citadel, boys!
With your help, we managed to take the Citadel. Words cannot express our gratitude. The kingdom is reclaimed, but my father is gone forever.
Yeah, he died.
So Belladonna was manipulating Naval behind the scenes.
Those guys could come back here at any time.
The Citadel defenses were mostly repaired by Navarre after the fire. We can defend ourselves, Your Highness. The Kingdom of Laurent will not be caught off guard again.
The sleep spores will no longer work on us either. Our next move is to make a search party for Prince Elliot. Your Highness,
I sure hope he wasn't sold by slavers or anything. You know, that would be awful.
You are worried about Prince Elliot, Captain. You may leave the Citadel in our care. Please, continue your search. We know you are not the type of person to wait idly by in the Citadel while other Amazon guards attempt to retrieve the kidnapped prince from the enemy.
It's true. Why would
right?
the princess govern now that the king is gone?
Liza.
That would be ridiculous.
Everyone, Thank you.
Just go on out on a
Find
mission
Elliot
that we
and
don't
bring
know if
him
you're
back
coming back
so that
from
we
at
may
all.
rebuild Laurent together. I entrust the Citadel to you. Until then.
Safe travels, Captain.
Though
I
Elliot
set
was
out
given
again
the
to
special
renew my
thingy,
search
so
for my brother. Thank you all for everything
I-
you have done. May we
maybe you
meet
do. I
again.
don't remember what the skill. I think I got it when I had Reese in my party.
And I find Heath as soon as possible.
I don't think you react. Anybody else reacts to the news of some kid getting sold. Big smile. See you later.
Now that I got sail fit for us, I think we should go back to Valsena to see the king.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's go.
Well, who could be prettier than Charlotte other than Charlotte? You know what I'm saying? Doggeroni. I need save point. Freeze. Give save point. I might nap? I don't know. I have a thing to do later.
Do you think the
Save
thieves
points.
in Powell
Where the fuck is the save point from here? All the way down there. I guess I could get back to. I'll get back to town.
Belladonna is gone, so I assume they're no longer under her spell. In that
It was some
case,
pretty
it
big
should
damage.
Be easy to get a spot on an outgoing boat.
300! I mean, these enemies aren't overly high level, but... Poison is still an MP waster. Fuck you. Go away. I'll wrap up once I get to town. Yeah, that way. Leave me alone. No, whammy a one.
Next. No time to celebrate. Let's get moving.
Oh no. It's spreading. Nobo's caught the Charlotte. Oh no.
Those invading hooligans.
Hooligans?
Take that and that.
Blah!
Leave that kitty cat alone.
Niccolo!
Ah, good.
Brother, it's Mew! Help me!
Niccolo? Do you recognize me? That's a relief. Please! My friend is from Navarre, but he was being controlled. This wasn't his fault. Please. Spare him.
Get down into the ground.
Fine. As long as you're sorry, I guess we'll let it lie. Let's go.
Thank Mew for saving me.
After you left Navarre, things went from bad to worse. Belladonna began taking over everyone in Navarre with her magic. Those who figured out her plan before she could corrupt them were taken out by her summoned meowsters until no one was
Fucking meowsters.
Since Jessica was already under a curse, Belladonna's mind control magic didn't work.
Remember that stream. You can't have
Jessica in the
two
fortress
curses.
arisen.
Only one curse.
They barricaded the walls since I broke Mew out of those cells. I couldn't do anything for Jessica. Then I fell to the mind control myself. It was bad news.
Bad muse. Bad muse indeed.
That's rough, Niccolo. It's probably not a good idea for you to return to Navarre yet.
I'm sorry. I couldn't protect Jessica.
It's not your fault. Belladonna put Jessica in prison instead of harming her when her magic didn't work. For now, she's probably safe. Sorry for the trouble. Later.
Yeah, honestly, he's one of the better voice jobs for this game, oddly. Let's go ahead and turn in our seeds. Wow. What did we get? Litecoin. Oh, that's not bad. Intellect Serum. That's also not bad. Cool beans. I can dig it. Well, rather, Intellect Serum is quite nice. We'll be using that right away. Fairy Walnut, Harpy Fang, Cup of Wishes, another Litecoin. Wicked. Alright. Items. In here somewhere. Oh, right, it's in here. Wow. Yeah, so just a stat increase item. You do have to put it on your bar for some reason. Well, I guess because you can't use items from the menu. It makes sense. There you go. There you go. Brain power up. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing here? I don't like it.
Welcome.
Okie dokie. Then, my Freund Deloney, we turn to the title.
Trials of Mana.
Next time, I'm a ghost! Ooh, spooky! Spooky Ghost is the greatest voice acting of all time. Spooky Ghost Man. He does it. He's the best. Yeah. Good game. Fun game. Long stream for that one. Bebaboo. Started at noon. Now is the time for me to go. I leave you with this vital message. Don't